7 Little Johnstons, fans slam Liz and Brice for turning their dream wedding into a money-making scheme. The reality television world has long been a stage for personal milestones, family drama, and emotional journeys. Few families have captured the hearts of viewers quite like the Johnstons, a Texas-based family of little people who have shared their lives, challenges, and triumphs through the TLC series The Little Johnstons. Over the years, the show has chronicled the lives of parents Trent and Amber Johnston and their 5 children, Jonah, Elizabeth, Liz, Anna, Alex, and Emma. As the series progressed, viewers grew especially attached to Liz, the second oldest child, whose journey from adolescence into adulthood became a central narrative arc. When Liz announced her engagement to Brice, a man she met through mutual friends in the Little People community, fans were thrilled. The couple's relationship had been featured on the show, and their genuine affection for one another was evident. Their engagement sparked excitement, with many viewers eagerly anticipating the next chapter, their wedding. However, what began as a heartfelt celebration of love quickly spiraled into controversy when fans accused the couple, and the show's producers, of turning their special day into a commercialized spectacle, prioritizing profit over personal meaning. The backlash began almost immediately after TLC announced a multi-episode special titled The Little Johnstons, Liz and Brice Say I Do. A 2-part event that promised an in-depth look at the wedding planning process, the ceremony, and the reception. While special episodes are not uncommon in reality TV, the timing, tone, and execution of this announcement raised red flags for many longtime fans of the series. Critics were quick to point out that the wedding special seemed less about honoring the couple's love and more about capitalizing on a personal milestone for ratings and revenue. Social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit exploded with commentary, with hashtags like #LizandBriceWedding and #LittleJohnston'sExploitation trending for days. Fans expressed disappointment, frustration, and even betrayal, arguing that the intimate moment had been co-opted by the entertainment machine. One fan tweeted, "I've watched Liz grow up on this show. I genuinely care about her. But turning her wedding into a paid special feels gross. This should have been private." Another wrote, "TLC has no shame. They're selling a wedding like it's a product. It's exploitative and tacky." The core of the criticism centered on the idea that reality television, while inherently public, still carries an expectation of authenticity and respect for personal boundaries. For many viewers, weddings are sacred, emotional events, not content to be packaged and sold. The fact that the special was promoted with dramatic trailers, behind-the-scenes teasers, and merchandise tie-ins only amplified the sense that the wedding had been transformed into a marketing campaign. Adding fuel to the fire was the revelation that Liz and Brice had signed exclusive rights to their wedding footage, effectively preventing friends and family from sharing photos or videos on social media. This move, while common in reality TV contracts, was seen by fans as a stark example of corporate control overriding personal autonomy. "It's their wedding, but they can't even share it with their loved ones freely," one viewer commented. "That says everything about where their priorities are." Moreover, fans were disturbed by the way the couple's relationship had been portrayed in the lead-up to the special. Episodes leading up to the wedding focused heavily on drama, disagreements over guest lists, budget overruns, and last-minute venue changes, all of which felt manufactured or exaggerated for entertainment value. Critics argued that the show was manipulating real emotions to create tension, reducing a meaningful life event to a series of contrived conflicts designed to keep viewers hooked. Some fans also questioned Liz's motivations, suggesting that her desire for fame and attention had overshadowed the significance of the occasion. "Liz used to seem so genuine," one longtime viewer noted. "But now it feels like she's more interested in being a reality star than in building a real marriage. Brice seems sweet, but I worry he's just part of her brand now." The accusations didn't stop at Liz and Brice. Many directed their frustration at TLC and the show's producers, accusing them of exploiting the Johnston family for profit. Critics pointed out that the family has been on the network for nearly a decade, during which time they've faced numerous personal challenges, from health issues to relationship struggles, all broadcast for public consumption. The wedding, they argued, should have been a boundary, a moment of privacy in an otherwise public life. Reality TV families deserve to have some moments that aren't monetized, said one fan in a viral Facebook post. The Johnstons have given us so much of their lives. Why can't they have one day that's just for them? The controversy also sparked a broader conversation about the ethics of reality television. As networks continue to push the boundaries of what's acceptable to film, questions about consent, emotional manipulation, and the commodification of personal milestones have become increasingly urgent. The Liz and Brice wedding special became a flashpoint in this debate, symbolizing the fine line between storytelling and exploitation. Supporters of the couple, however, offered a different perspective. They argued that Liz and Brice were fully aware of what they were signing up for and that participating in the special was their choice. "They're adults," one defender wrote. "If they want to share their wedding with fans, that's their right. Not everything has to be private." Others pointed out that reality TV is, by nature, a business. The Johnston family earns a living from the show, and special episodes like the wedding are often the most lucrative. "People forget that this is their job," a fan commented. "They're not just on TV, they're performers, and this is how they support their family. Judging them for making money off their wedding is unfair." Additionally, some fans appreciated the opportunity to witness such a joyful moment. For members of the Little People community, seeing a wedding between two individuals with dwarfism celebrated on national television was meaningful and empowering. "Representation matters," one viewer shared. "This might seem like just a TV special to some, but for others, it's proof that we can have love, families, and happy endings too." Liz and Brice themselves have remained largely silent on the controversy, choosing not to address the backlash directly. In interviews promoting the special, they described the wedding as a dream come true and expressed gratitude for the support of their fans. "We wanted to include everyone who's been with us on this journey," Liz said in a promotional clip. "This is our way of saying thank you." Still, the damage to their public image was evident. Online sentiment shifted noticeably, with many fans who once rooted for Liz now expressing disillusionment. Some even announced they would stop watching the show altogether, citing the wedding special as the final straw in a series of increasingly commercialized storylines. 7 Little Johnstons, Anna's ex Darius admits cheating on her, reveals if he abused her, "I was so selfish." For years, fans of TLC's reality series The Little Couple have followed the lives of Dr. Jennifer Arnold and Bill Klein. However, another beloved TLC family, the Johnstons, has captured hearts with their journey of love, resilience, and normalcy in the face of dwarfism. The Johnston family, parents Trent and Amber, and their 7 children, have become a symbol of perseverance, family unity, and the everyday challenges and triumphs of living with achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism. Among the children, Anna Johnston has emerged as a fan favorite, particularly for her journey into adulthood, relationships, and personal growth. Anna, now in her early 20s, has been open about her experiences with love, heartbreak, and self-discovery, both on the show and through her social media presence. One of the most talked about chapters in her life has been her relationship with Darius, a man she met during her college years. Their romance was featured on 7 Little Johnstons, giving viewers a front-row seat to the highs and lows of young love. However, after their breakup, questions lingered: what really happened between Anna and Darius? Was their relationship as healthy as it appeared on screen? And most importantly, did Darius cross any emotional or physical boundaries? Now, in a candid and emotional interview, Darius has broken his silence, admitting to cheating on Anna, reflecting on his behavior, and addressing serious allegations of emotional abuse. His words have sent shockwaves through the 7 Little Johnstons fanbase and sparked a broader conversation about accountability, maturity, and the pressures young adults face in relationships. Anna Johnston first introduced Darius to viewers during a season that focused on her transition from high school to college. As the youngest daughter in a large family, Anna had always been protected and supported by her parents and siblings. But college life brought new challenges: academic stress, independence, and, of course, dating. Darius entered the picture as a charming, confident young man who quickly won over Anna and, initially, the Johnston family. Their relationship was portrayed as sweet and supportive. Darius was often seen visiting Anna on campus, attending family events, and even helping her navigate the complexities of young adulthood. Fans rooted for the couple, especially as Anna opened up about wanting a serious, long-term relationship. For a time, it seemed like they were building something real. But behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to form. While the show highlighted romantic moments and family-approved dates, subtle signs of strain began to surface. Viewers noticed that Anna often seemed anxious or insecure when discussing Darius. There were moments when she questioned his loyalty, his communication, or his willingness to prioritize her. In one episode, Amber Johnston gently confronted Anna about Darius's inconsistent behavior, urging her to consider whether he truly valued her. At the time, Anna defended Darius, insisting that every couple has disagreements and that they were working through their issues. She emphasized that Darius made her happy and that she believed in their future together. But those close to Anna, including her family, expressed concern. Trent, ever the protective father, admitted in a confessional that he didn't fully trust Darius's intentions. Still, Anna pressed on, hopeful that love would conquer all. The breakup came suddenly, at least from the audience's perspective. In a later episode, Anna tearfully revealed that she and Darius had ended their relationship. She didn't go into detail at the time, citing personal reasons and a desire to protect both herself and Darius. The family rallied around her, offering support and reminding her that her worth wasn't tied to a relationship. But fans were left wondering, what really caused the split? For months, speculation ran rampant online. Some viewers suspected infidelity. Others wondered if Darius had been emotionally distant or controlling. Anna remained largely silent, focusing on her studies, her faith, and rebuilding her confidence. Meanwhile, Darius disappeared from public view, leaving fans with more questions than answers. Now, nearly 2 years after the breakup, Darius has chosen to speak out, not for fame or sympathy, but, as he says, to make things right. In a deeply personal interview conducted via video call, Darius, now 24, sat in a modest apartment, his voice steady but filled with regret. He began by expressing his respect for Anna and her family, emphasizing that he never wanted to hurt her. "I've carried a lot of guilt for a long time," Darius admitted. "I didn't handle things the way I should have. I was young, immature, and honestly, I didn't know how to be in a real relationship. I thought I did, but I was selfish, so selfish." When asked directly about cheating, Darius didn't hesitate. "Yes," he said, looking down at his hands. "I did cheat on Anna. It wasn't just once. It happened a few times, and each time, I told myself it wouldn't happen again. But it did. And every time, I felt worse, not just because I was lying, but because I was betraying someone who truly cared about me." He explained that the infidelity began during a period when he was struggling with self-esteem and feeling disconnected from Anna due to the physical distance of college. "We were in different places, literally and emotionally," he said. "I was surrounded by new people, new experiences, and I started making bad choices. Instead of talking to Anna, I shut her out. And when I felt lonely, I turned to other people, people who weren't my girlfriend." Darius emphasized that the affairs were emotional and physical, though he declined to provide specific details out of respect for Anna's privacy. "I don't want to re-traumatize her or make this about salacious details," he said. "The point is, I broke her trust. I broke the promises I made to her and to myself." The most serious question, and the one that has sparked the most debate, is whether Darius emotionally or physically abused Anna during their relationship. When asked directly, Darius paused for a long time before responding. "I didn't hit her," he said firmly. "There was never any physical violence. But emotionally? Yeah. I think I did hurt her in ways I didn't realize at the time." He went on to describe patterns of behavior that could be classified as emotionally abusive, gaslighting, manipulation, and periods of intense criticism followed by love bombing. "There were times when I would make her feel like she was overreacting, Like she was too sensitive for being upset about me canceling plans or not texting back, Darius recalled. I would say things like, "You're blowing this out of proportion," or "If you really loved me, you'd trust me more." Looking back, that was manipulation. I was deflecting my own guilt by making her feel guilty for having normal feelings. He also admitted to controlling tendencies, such as questioning who she spent time with or discouraging her from going out with friends without him. I told myself I was just protective, he said. But really, I was insecure and trying to keep her close so I wouldn't have to face my own issues. Darius emphasized that none of this was intentional in the way that premeditated abuse might be. I wasn't trying to destroy her, he said. But the impact was still damaging. And that's on me. 7 Little Johnstons. Alex Johnston introduces his girlfriend, begins dating life at 17. With Liz? Shocking. For years, fans of TLC's hit reality series The 7 Little Johnstons have watched the Johnston family navigate the unique challenges and heartfelt triumphs of life as a little-person family. Led by parents Trent and Amber Johnston, the show has chronicled the lives of their 5 children, Jonah, Elizabeth, Liz, Anna, Emma, and Alex, as they grow up, face adversity, and celebrate milestones in the public eye. But in recent months, one family member has stepped into the spotlight like never before, 17-year-old Alex Johnston. The youngest son of the Johnston clan has recently made headlines, not for a medical update or a school achievement, but for officially entering the world of teenage romance. In a surprising turn of events, Alex has introduced his first public girlfriend, sparking a wave of excitement, curiosity, and yes, even controversy among fans. And the twist? Some speculate that his new relationship may have created tension with his older sister, Liz. Is Alex really dating someone new? And could there be a deeper family dynamic at play? Let's dive into the latest developments surrounding Alex Johnston's romantic life, the potential fallout, and what this means for the future of the beloved reality family. For much of the show's run, Alex Johnston has often been portrayed as the quiet, reserved member of the Johnston family. While his siblings Jonah and Liz have taken center stage with their dating lives, academic pursuits, and advocacy work, Alex has largely stayed in the background, focusing on school, hobbies, and adjusting to life as a little person in a world not always designed for him. However, as he's entered his teenage years, Alex has begun to emerge from his shell, showing more confidence and independence. This transformation has been evident not only in his demeanor but also in the choices he's making, especially when it comes to relationships. In a recent social media post that quickly went viral, Alex shared a photo of himself with a girl, captioning it simply, "Happy to be with you." While he didn't name her or label the relationship explicitly, fans immediately began speculating. Who was this girl? Was this Alex's first girlfriend? And most importantly, how were his parents and siblings reacting? TLC has not yet confirmed any official storyline regarding Alex's new relationship, but behind-the-scenes sources suggest that the network is already filming new episodes that will explore this new chapter in Alex's life. According to insiders, the upcoming season will delve into Alex's growing desire for independence, his first experiences with dating, and the emotional challenges that come with being a teenager in the spotlight. While Alex has kept most details about his girlfriend private, fan sleuths have been quick to piece together clues. The girl in the photo appears to be of average height and is believed to be a classmate of Alex's from his high school. Some reports suggest she's a fellow student at the same school that Liz and Jonah attended, though she has not been featured on the show before. Her identity remains officially unconfirmed, but her presence in Alex's life marks a significant shift in the narrative of the 7 Little Johnstons. What makes this development particularly noteworthy is the fact that Alex is just 17 years old, legally a minor, but emotionally and socially entering a phase of life that many teenagers experience. For a young man with dwarfism, dating can come with added layers of complexity. Society often wrongly assumes that little people are asexual or incapable of romantic relationships, a stereotype that the Johnston family has long fought against. By publicly acknowledging his relationship, Alex is not only asserting his right to love and companionship but also challenging outdated perceptions. In a brief interview with a fan page, Alex opened up about his feelings. "I know people might be surprised, but I'm just like any other guy my age. I like someone, we hang out, we talk a lot. It's not a big deal, but it means a lot to me," he said. His words reflect a maturity beyond his years and a desire to be seen as normal, something the Johnstons have always advocated for. As any parent would be, Amber and Trent Johnston have taken a cautious approach to their son's new relationship. In a recent podcast appearance, Amber shared her thoughts on Alex dating. "It's bittersweet. On one hand, I'm so proud of him for being brave enough to open up. On the other, he's still our baby. We want to make sure he's safe, respected, and making smart choices." Trent echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing the importance of communication. "We've had a lot of talks with Alex about boundaries, respect, and what healthy relationships look like. It's not just about romance, it's about self-worth and knowing your value." The Johnstons have always been open about the challenges their children face, from medical issues to social stigma. Now, they're navigating the delicate terrain of teenage romance, ensuring that Alex feels supported without being overprotected. Their balanced approach has earned praise from fans and parenting experts alike. Now, here's where things get interesting, and where the shocking part of the headline comes into play. Rumors have begun circulating that Alex's new relationship may have caused tension with his older sister, Liz Johnston. Known for her strong personality and close bond with her brothers, Liz has often acted as a mentor and confidant to Alex. But according to anonymous sources close to the family, Liz has expressed concern about Alex dating so young, especially with someone outside the little person community. Some fans have speculated that Liz might feel protective to the point of overstepping, while others suggest that she could be projecting her own past relationship struggles onto her younger brother. Liz, now in her early 20s, has been open about her dating life on the show, including her high-profile relationship with fellow little person, Lance Henderson. Their breakup was emotional and highly publicized, and Liz has since spoken about the difficulties of finding love as a little person in a world dominated by average-height partners. Could Liz's own experiences be influencing her reaction to Alex's relationship? It's possible. In a recent Instagram post, Liz wrote, "Dating is hard enough when you're different. You have to be extra careful about who you let in." While she didn't mention Alex directly, fans interpreted the message as a subtle warning. However, in a follow-up video, Liz clarified her stance. "I love my brother. I want him to be happy. If this girl makes him smile, then I'm happy for him. I just want him to take it slow and not rush into anything." Her words suggest that while there may have been a moment of sibling concern, there's no real conflict, just the natural friction that can arise in any close-knit family.